Hello everyone, welcome back to the Daddy Cliff channel. Here is another opportunity for you to study in this beautiful country of South Korea. It is an opportunity for you to do either an undergraduate degree, a master, or a PhD. And the scholarship is the Kaist scholarship. Kaist is the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. Like I said, it is an advanced institute of science and technology, which means this scholarship is mainly for those who are in the sciences. We'll look at the majors that are available for application, but first, it is important to note that the scholarship is going to cover your full tuition fee. They are going to provide you with a monthly stipend of 350,000 Korean won. They would provide you with the Korean National Health Insurance in case you fall sick, and this scholarship is going to cover your full tuition fee, and it will be provided to every admitted international student. It is important to take note that when filling the online application form, you have to select Kaist scholarship if you want to be considered for the Kaist Korea scholarship or a sponsorship in case there is an organization or you will be self-financing your studies in South Korea. You must decide if you want to be considered for the Kaist Korea scholarship or you will be going for self-finance, or maybe there is an organization that you've already organized with them, arranged with them for them to sponsor your studies in South Korea. Like I said, the scholarship is for those who want to do an undergraduate degree in South Korea or a master or a PhD. For those who want to do an undergraduate degree, it is important to indicate that undergraduate admissions are currently ongoing. We would look at the timelines for the different applications, that is either for undergraduate or graduate studies. Also, for those who might have difficulties with filling the online application form, there is this video that is on your top right hand corner of your screen. You can go ahead and watch that video. That video contains a useful tutorial on how to go about applying online for the Kaist Korea scholarship. Let's get into the details of this scholarship. Regular admissions have started, and it started on the 7th of November and it will run right up to the 12th of January 2024. So you still have enough time to prepare your documents and apply. Recommendations are supposed to be sent by the deadline 19th of January 2024. And then they would announce admission in March, and then offers will come in 2 weeks after. And then academic year begins in fall 2024. For you to apply for this scholarship, here are the steps. Steps 1 is for you to look first at the application or admission guideline. It is very important for you to click on this link and read the online application guideline. And then step 2 is for you to go to this website and create a username and a password that you will use to access the online application form, and then fill out the application form and then submit. Step 3 is for you to review the application to ensure all the information you have inputted are accurate and complete. And then step 4 is for you to pay an application fee of 80,000 Korean won or $80 US. Unfortunately, there is an application fee for Kaist Korea. Step 5 is for you to scan and upload all required documents. You can scan and upload your documents first, and then once you are selected, you then have to send in your authenticated copies of the different documents. And then also make sure you submit the recommendation letters from your recommenders before the deadline for recommendation. We already talked about that. Step 6 is for you to always make sure you go back to the website and verify your application. Check the status of your application. You can go ahead and look at the different steps. That being said, let's look at the different degree programs that are available at Kaist for undergraduate students. These are the academic programs for undergraduate students. You have College of Natural Science with the 3 majors: physics, maths, chemistry. College of Life Science and Bioengineering, you have biological science and brain and cognitive science. Then there is a College of Engineering. It has these 3 schools with the different majors that are here. And then there is College of Business. It has business and technology management. It is very important for you to know that if you are applying for undergraduate degree, these are the majors that you can apply for. But Kaist has what they call a non-declare major system, allowing students to enroll without declaring their main major, which means, for example, here you have College of Natural Science. You can begin with physics and then finally end up studying chemistry if you feel like you're no longer interested in studying chemistry, or you can even skip and go and do computer science, which means they give a latitude for students to decide within the first year of studies what major they would want to get into as their final degree major. What are the required documents for application? Like I said, there is an online application form that you would have to fill up and then send in one letter of recommendation. It is important to note that you would have to input the email of your recommender, and then they will send your recommender an email requesting them to recommend you for the scholarship or for admission. You would have to provide your high school degree or university transcript, passport, statement of financial resource. There is also English proficiency down here. We will talk about English proficiency shortly. For standardized tests, in case you have any of the standardized tests that have been mentioned here, it is good, but in case you do not have any of them, it is equally okay. That will not affect your application for admission, but it is highly recommended that you submit a test score to submit your high proficiency either in math, science, or physics, chemistry, or biology. For those who would submit those tests, they stand a better chance. For English proficiency, if you have any of the English standardized test, it is okay, but if you do not have it and then you come from an English speaking country, for applicants who completed their high school in English, they do not need to submit any of the standardized tests. They just need to provide a document that proves that English was the main medium of instruction when they were doing their high school studies. So you do not really need to worry a lot if you do not have an English test score. Providing a document that proves that your high school studies were conducted in English will be enough for you to obtain admission into Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, commonly referred to as Kaist. It is important for you to go ahead and read all the other important information. If you have honors, you can upload up to 5 or submit up to 5. Your high school profile, you have to fill up all of that online. So go ahead and read this document. There is no way you would succeed in any scholarship without reading the documents for admission or the admission guideline. It is very important because it gives you every instruction that must be followed during the application process. Now let's look at the opportunities that are available for graduate students under Kaist scholarship. The scholarship is going to cover your full tuition fee, and then you would receive a monthly stipend of 350,000 Korean won if you are a master's candidate. For doctoral candidates, they would receive 400,000 Korean won on a monthly basis, and they would equally provide you with health insurance, that is the Korean government health insurance. It is important to read this. The coverage for Kaist scholarship may vary per individual, which means for master's candidate, you might end up not receiving this amount. You might even receive 2 times or even 3 times this amount. It will depend on your master's degree supervisor. They can decide on the amount that you receive as your monthly stipend. They have the power to do that. Even doctoral candidates, you can equally negotiate your monthly stipend with your supervisor when doing your doctoral program, but do not make it sound as if your main intention for wanting to study in South Korea is to gain financial benefits. You must make sure they understand that the primordial aim as to why you are applying for a Kaist scholarship is to study and do your master or PhD, which means education is your driving force. And then there are other opportunities for campus earnings. This is the research assistant and teaching assistant. Research assistant simply means you will be helping your supervisor to carry out research, and then teaching assistant simply means you will be assisting your professor with teaching. That is a TA job. You could probably take care of mark sheets for undergraduate students or even graduate students. Like in case you are a PhD student, you might be supervising undergraduate and graduate students, that is master students who are under your professor. He would give you that responsibility to carry out those tasks. So there is this opportunity for you to earn some more money, which is different from the Kaist scholarship that you will be receiving. These are other opportunities that are available for you to gain more finance when doing your studies at Kaist. For those who will be applying for either a master or PhD, online application will start from the 1st of December 2023 and will end on the 21st of December 2023. That is from 1st of December from 10 a.m. right up to 21st of December 5 p.m. Korean time. The online application can be accessed by clicking the link here. The hard copies for the documents that were used to apply online must get to Kaist admission office by the 3rd of January, and then from the 8th of December right up to the 3rd of January, you can equally go ahead and check the status of your documents arrival. Interview would be from the 15th of January to the 5th of February. Application review from 15th of January to 5th of February. Scholarship review would be from the 21st to 29th of February. So you can go ahead and look at the other timelines. What are the list of application material? You have the application checklist or document checklist, online application printout, recommendation letter. You would have to submit a recommendation letter. It will be done automatically, which means you would have to input the email of your reference, and then they will send them an email asking them to recommend you for admission. And then you would have to provide certificates of your degree. For those who've done undergraduate degree, they will provide it. For those who've done undergraduate and masters and they want to do a PhD, they would have to provide that one as well. Provide transcripts. English proficiency test will also be required, but in case you did your studies in English, it's okay. You would have to select this one, that degree in an English speaking country. Or if you are a Kaist student and want to do either a PhD after completing your master's degree at Kaist, you would have to select this one. If you come from one of the English speaking countries like United States, Britain, you'd have to select this option. You'd provide a curriculum vitae and go ahead and read all the other documents down here. For the online application, in case you're having any problem applying online, I would provide the online tutorial that I did for Kaist. You can click the link up there or look at the end of the video for a video on how to apply online for the Kaist scholarship or admission. You would have to provide informations like study program and personal background. You have to follow this step when applying online. Important statement of purpose. This is a very important document. If you want to succeed in any scholarship around the world, you would have to answer the questions that have been outlined here. It's very important. Statement of financial resources to study at Kaist is for those who decide not to select Kaist sponsorship. In case you select Kaist scholarship, you do not really need to provide this document. But in case you decide to take self-finance, you would have to provide a statement of financial resource, and you must make sure you have at least $18,000 or more. It is also important to note that there is an application fee of 80,000 Korean won or $80. You must pay it for your online application to be considered complete. For recommendation letters, those who are applying for a graduate degree, they must provide 2 letters of recommendation. It is important to know that you would input the email address of your recommenders, and they will then send them a recommendation request through email for them to recommend you for admission into Kaist. And these are the people from whom they are suggesting that you should get a letter of recommendation from: your past professors, academic supervisor, work supervisors, and other figures who can confirm your ability to perform in an academic or professional environment. It's very important that you take into account one of those people to be your recommenders and know that they can contact them to find out more information about you. What are the majors that are available for application? So you can find them here, beginning with the colleges, programs, and you can either do a master's, combined master's and PhD, or just PhD. So in case you see a dot, it means it is available for combined master and PhD, but it's not available for masters. In case you see a dot here, it means it is available for masters, combined masters, and PhD. And you can only apply for one. It's either you're applying for a combined master, a master, or a PhD. So those are the degree programs that are available for masters and PhD students. You should go ahead and read them in detail, and it is important to equally read them in details because some majors have more requirements that students must fulfill. Now, for English language proficiency, it is important to note that you can either provide one of the standardized English test score, or in case you come from any of these countries, it is equally okay. You do not really need to provide an English proficiency test. Also, for those coming from Africa, you do not need to provide an English test if your country is on this list. You just need to provide a document that proves that English language was the medium of instruction when you were doing either your undergraduate degree, in case you're applying for a master, or a document to show that when you were doing your graduate degree, that is a master, it was carried out in English, in case you're applying for a PhD. It's very important for you to know that you must provide an English language proficiency test to study at Kaist, because studies are conducted in English. Also, one other important thing is the finding of academic advisor. It means finding someone who is going to be ready to supervise you during your thesis when you would be carrying out research work in the laboratory. They recommend that you should have at least 3 of them. You should state their names in the application form, which means you can either contact them directly and request for them to be your supervisor. That is an easy way for you to get the scholarship. It is very important that you look for a means to contact professors, but it will not be a problem in case you do not succeed in getting in contact with any professor, but it is highly recommended. So you can go ahead and read all of the information here. It's very important. That being said, guys, this is an important opportunity, a great opportunity for you to study in this beautiful country of South Korea. And also remember that Kaist is a very valued institute of studies in South Korea by the South Korean government, which means if you succeed in obtaining a degree at Kaist Korea, it is one of the 6 universities in South Korea that can help you get a permanent resident or even a South Korean passport. So I would highly advise for those who really want to stay in South Korea for long term, if you want to study, get a job and become a permanent resident or obtain a South Korean citizenship, go for institute like Kaist Korea, Gwangju Institute of Science and Technology, UNIS, that's Osan Institute of Science and Technology, DGIST, and others. There is another video on my channel that I talked about how to get a permanent resident in South Korea as a student. You might want to watch that video at the end of this. That being said, guys, this is going to be the end of the video, and I will see you in the next one. Do not forget to subscribe. Bye bye.